What's up, guys and gals? Sanitary 103, always encouraging clean eating and a clean and healthy lifestyle. So in today's video, I'm gonna go over 2 essential tips on how to get nice, lean washboard abs. Whether you're a guy and you want that nice, rock solid look, or you're a female and you just want a nice, flat stomach, whatever your goals are, if you follow these essential 2 tips, you're gonna be well on your way to reaching your goals. Now, before I go over these 2 essential tips / concepts, I did want to point out that there are absolutely no shortcuts into getting nice, lean abs. It's just not possible. If that were the case, if you were to go to a random beach and people with their shirt off, everybody would be rocking the nice, lean, flat stomach, and that's just obviously not the case. So if anybody tells you there's a miracle workout or a shortcut here, it's just a bunch of BS, and you better take it with a grain of salt. With that being said, let's move on to the first tip on how to get nice, lean abs, and that is your diet. Diet. I believe the great 7-time Mr. Olympia, Arnold Schwarzenegger, said it best, and he said, quote, "Abs are made in the kitchen." Basically what that means is without a proper diet, you're not gonna allow the abs to reveal. Now the first step with your diet is to eliminate the obvious things, the junk food, the stuff that's high in salt, the cookies, the potato chips, the stuff that's high in sodium, high in sugar, soda, fruit juice. All that stuff needs to be gone, okay? You should be drinking plenty of water in replace of, all those fruit juices and sodas. And then the other thing is that you want to eat a lot of lean protein. Eating that lean protein is going to do a couple of things. For one, by having more of a lean physique, your body actually requires more energy to sustain that muscle. Therefore, you're actually burning more calories at rest. The second thing is that a lot of stuff such as like lean chicken breast or fish, it's not that high in calorie, so you get more bang for your buck. You can eat 8 ounce of chicken breast with a nice salad. It's gonna help keep you satiated without all the extra calories, yet you're gonna get a lot of good protein. And because protein takes longer for your body to process and digest it, therefore it's gonna keep you feeling fuller for a longer period of time. So make sure you get a lot of lean protein in. How much? That's gonna kind of depend on your body because we all come in different shapes and sizes. But in general, if you're doing some good resistance training, between 0.8 and 1 gram of protein per body weight is definitely sufficient. So that's a good starting point. And then the other concept regarding your diet is the carbohydrates. Now, if you go on a really high carbohydrate diet, unless you burn those calories, because carbohydrates are the primary source of energy, if you don't burn those, guess what? It stores right to your breadbasket, right to your stomach, and that's the area that you're trying to improve. Now, there are exceptions if you're like a marathon runner, a cyclist, somebody like Michael Phelps or Lance Armstrong back in their heyday when they were doing 5 or 6 hours of cardio a day. Those guys can pretty much eat anything. But if you're watching this video, we live in reality, and the majority of people are not going to be professional cyclists or swimmers because we have day jobs and school and all that. So, you definitely want to cut down on the carbohydrates. Now, the types of carbohydrates that you want to stick with is a lot of green vegetables, a lot of broccoli, a lot of asparagus, a lot of salads, a lot of kale. These are the types of things, based on my personal experience, that has worked. They're very low in calorie. They have a lot of good fiber and a lot of good micronutrients as well, because it's all about living a good, healthy lifestyle in addition to getting nice, lean abs. So definitely stick with the lean proteins and the green vegetables. If your bread and butter are these 2 components, you're gonna be well on your way to reaching your goals. As far as whole grains do come into play, but you just gotta know when to utilize them. I would prefer to have, more of your whole grains on your workout days right before. That way you can use those carbohydrates immediately before your workout and burn them and help get you through your primary workout. But your non-workout days, you probably should just stick with the vegetables, and then you're gonna be well on your way. So now that we got the diet out of the way, what is the second concept? Well, it's gotta be exercise, right? Your abdominal muscles are like any other muscles, just like, your arm, your bicep, your back, your chest. Even though your abs are small muscle groups, they are muscles. So you actually have to work them. Now, you don't have to work them out every day. I typically work them out only 3 times a week for about 8 to 10 minutes, but you got to make sure you get a nice good burn. There's all sorts of things that you can do, planks, leg raises, sit-ups, crunches, bicycle kicks. There's a lot of good things that you can do, but you definitely want to activate the abdominal muscle and get them working. So in quick conclusion, before I leave, the two concepts are diet and exercise. Go figure, right? It's the most obvious thing, but that's pretty much what it is. And one last important thing I wanted to mention is, in order to get these abs, you gotta have both, because if you only have the diet part down, which is great, you're gonna shed some pounds and you're gonna have more of a flat stomach. But if you only work on the diet and you don't exercise those actual muscles, like I mentioned, you're just gonna have that flat look, and you're not gonna really have the look that you want, the definition, because like I said, your abdominal muscle is a muscle. And vice versa, you don't want to only focus on the workouts and not the diet, the complete opposite, because if you do that, you may have a strong core, but guess what? You're going to be doing all those crunches, but those abdominal muscles will get stronger, but you're not going to be able to show them off and reveal them. Why? Because your diet's going to be crappy, and there's going to be a big layer of fat right here that's going to be covering them. Thank you once again for watching this video, and be sure to subscribe for all the latest in diet, health, and fitness. And also do note that abs do take time. Usually your stomach is one of the last parts of stubborn fat to melt away, but you will get there if you follow these tips. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. And I felt it. I'm not much of a morning person. I think that 8 a.m. is probably my limit in terms of going early. Now, I've